Father Peter, channel 5 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, July 26, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I am your 5 o'clock news on. Top story at the 5 o'clock hour is Philadelphia, where Hillary Clinton is set to become the first woman to be nominated for president by a major political party on a night her campaign is hoping to reduce her to voters still deeply skeptical of her candidacy. Two men armed with knives stormed the church in the northern French town of Saint Etienne du Bavaria Tuesday. They took several hostages and killed an 85-year-old priest. There has never been a speech quite like the one Bill Clinton was delivered in Philadelphia. No matter what he says, has been speaking on behalf of his wife that has been done before. Houston, a Texas judge dismissed the last remaining charge Tuesday against two California anti-abortion activists who made undercover videos of themselves trying to buy a fetal tissue for Planned Parenthood. There's no perfect right way to handle allegations of domestic violence, but Representative Alan Grayson, Democrat of Florida, just demonstrated a totally wrong way. Several hundred demonstrators aligned with the Black Lives Matter movement and over social justice groups took to the streets in North Philadelphia Tuesday afternoon to raise concerns about police brutality and speak out about presumption Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton. Bangladeshi suicide bombers killed at least 13 people at the gates of the African Union's main peacekeeping base in the Somali capital Tuesday, police said, in an attack claimed by the Islamic militants and Al-Shabaab. The man accused of fatally accepting 19 people injured and 20 more in a violent attack at a home for a disabled cent. Many have forecast massacre in a rambling letter that was given to police by mid-February. Saudi morale enforcers called for more liberalism at the threat's beginning. Police security area near the hospital University Clinic in Steglitz, a southwest district of Berlin, Germany, after a doctor had been shot and the gunman had killed himself as man fell shot the doctor before killing himself at Berlin, Germany hospital. Sydney. After a juvenile detention facility in Australia's Northern Territory being investigated after video footage aired on TV showing abuse of children. Pyongyang province, North Korea. Torrential rain in North Korea triggered landslide that left 10 dead, 59 injured, and 4 missing in the Korean Central News Agency said. Chennai, India. Indian Air Force teams searching for a missing military transport plane detected 4 to 5 pings on the ocean floor. Cuba, South Sudan. South Sudanese President Salva Kiir replaces President rival with one at a time, Chief Peace Negotiator General Tabang Dengai. 6-year-old boy will be a garbage man for the day as a MLA. Big Sur, California. California's signature parks along the Big Sur coastline that draw thousands of daily visitors were closed Tuesday when it faced 2 wildfires. 4 shutdowns of famed Big Sur parks. 2 former Virginia Tech students were died Tuesday after the slaying of a 7th grade girl who was found dead last January. Days after a 40-day said that she sneaked out a window to rendezvous with the older teens, a county prosecutor said. The man believed to be beyond the disappearance of death and Sierra Joglin, the 20-year-old college whose remains. Police believe that they found last Friday was charged with an aggravated murder Tuesday on the top of the abduction charge he received last. Philadelphia. A day after speaking in support of Hillary Clinton at the Democratic National Convention, Bernie Sanders may again play a large role at the event Tuesday night. Philadelphia. Bernie Sanders has formed a new organization to support down-ballot candidates nationwide, but they say he doesn't plan to raise money for Hillary Clinton. McDonald's Corporation same-store sales slowed in the second quarter. The company said Tuesday amid a broader slowdown in the restaurant industry and a mounting economic uncertainty. Chinese electronics firm Li Eco is buying American TV manufacturer Visual for $2 billion. The acquisition was announced during a press event this morning in Los Angeles, giving Li Eco an instant foothold in the U.S. television market. Twitter today reported Q2 earnings in the war that is a poor user growth continues with 313 million monthly active users, up just 3% on a year ago. With help from Kogan China and Adam Buzzy, labor leaders beat up on Trump as 6 different labor leaders spoke Monday night at the Democratic National Convention. The most strict marks at Donald Trump. Yes, drink some water. Oh. Waiting. The doomsday scenario for Apple's quarterly results will have to wait. The company on Tuesday reported slightly better than expected fiscal third quarter earnings, review, and iPhone and iPad sales. Archibald, Pennsylvania, a U.S. Air National Guard unit successfully released 8 Lockheed Martin enhanced laser guarded training runs for the first time, the company said Tuesday. Fort Worth, Texas, Lockheed Martin and Korea Aerospace Industries completed the final initial test flight of its second T-58 trainer aircraft Lockheed announced Tuesday. Pacific Missile Range Facility, Hawaii. The U.S. Navy has conducted the first live fire over the Horizon missile test with a littoral combat ship that is using a Hoffman Block IC missile. Washington, L3 Communication Corporation has been awarded $260 million U.S. Army contract modification for contractor aircraft logistics support. The Dow down 19.31 at 18,433.75. SP 500 up 70 cents at 269.18 and Nasdaq 5,110.05 up 12.42 and McDonald's punches in worst day since 2009. Sometimes it's what's missing that really stand out. Scientists using data from NASA's Dawn mission have found that the dwarf planet Ceres seems to completely lack any grand impact craters that are giant, even though there's plenty at small sizes. In the last few years, DNA always had an analyst that allowed researchers to draw the tree of life in incredible detail, but there's always been a question mark at the base of the tree. Some 62 feet under the sea at the 40 Keys, a band of astronauts are busy preparing themselves for living in space by living in the life aquatic. Traces of manganese found in the rocks on Mars could be indicators there was once oxygen on the red planet. Huntington Beach in California, September this year, more than 76,000 people in the United States will develop melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer. 2-year German struggled to shoot off part of his own football. Tyler was down. Statement will be soon be up. The doctor recorded release from the MSPAC and Gel in Massachusetts. The American Red Cross says that an urgent need for blood donation with less than a 5-day supply of a blood hand to help those who need it. And now looking at local news. In Ann Arbor, a Protect man was sentenced to jail Tuesday for his real stealing $1,828 worth of baby formula from the Target store in North Attleboro. David Xavier, 35, at 1034 York Avenue, Protector was sentenced to Attleboro District Court to serve 6 months of 1-year jail sentence. Judge Delochet suspended the balance of a jail term for 1 year for the clear he participated in substance abuse counseling. Xavier has already served 45 days of the sentence waited to trial while on jail and bail. Detective Sergeant Christopher Siccio, the North Attleboro Police Prosecutor, told the court thefts occurred on various days between March 14th and May 8th. Attleboro. A 40-year-old karate instructor has been charged with having sex with a 13-year-old student at his home at the Attleboro YMCA while reported to say he worked and met the girl. New drought conditions and a prolonged hot spell has prompted Attleboro to begin drawing water from Lake Mimichi, a reserve reservoir in the city. The unemployment rate ticked up in 10 area communities last month, but it was because more people joined the armed force. Attleboro, Lindsay Street will reopen to traffic Tuesday after the fall of water main break. Sales of single-family homes shot up 55% in the Attleboro area last month compared with June 2015, during a month in which prices reached record highs. In news around Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts Attorney General Mara Healey is asking federal officials to forgive loans for 4,000 for the students who attended for a private college that admitted the misleading students. Healey filed a petition Tuesday asking the U.S. Department of Education cancel federal loans taken out by students who attended the American Korean Institute which opened in Massachusetts and Maryland before closing in 2013. The school was later sued by Healey's office over fraud allegations. In court documents filed in June, the school acknowledged that it made inflated claims about the success of the students and failed to provide the training it promised. Boston, Republican Governor Charlie Baker signed a bill bringing in Massachusetts to comply with the new federal requirements for driver's license and identification cards. And check it out. Incident alerts. Okay, look at that. Incident alerts. In Carson Beach in South Boston, officers are searching for a missing child last seen around 2 p.m. at Carson Beach in South Boston. The child is 8-year-old Kizzer Willis. He is a black male last seen wearing an orange t-shirt and green shorts. Search is going on by Boston Police Marine Unit. Massachusetts State Police K-9 units and air wing, as well as the U.S. Coast Guard. If any information, call 911. And from Boston Police Department, he was last seen near the L Street bypass in South Boston of AV, wearing neon yellow shorts and white sneakers. Peter Chell News on 510. It is time now for a sports report. The Boston Red Sox square off against the Detroit Tigers at Fenway Park in the second round. 3-game series at Fenway Park. Game time 7:10 p.m., which is 2 hours from now. And one MLB score in the bottom of the third. St. Louis Cardinals lead the New York Mets 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Roger Federer sitting out of the rest of the season, included Rio de Janeiro Olympics and U.S. Open to protect his surgically repaired left knee. Defensive end Randy Gregory missed the 4 games of the 2016 season while serving a 4-game suspension for violating the league's substance abuse policy, but the terms of the ban allowed him to play for the Cowboys. Chicago Jim Tilly stood up as one of the most prominent figures in college sports over the past 3 decades, but that might be ending soon. Yes, he's doing retirement. Who could succeed him? Cincinnati, for the first time since the Bengals lost January's wildcard playoff game to the Steelers, owner and President Mike Brown issued a public support Tuesday for embattled linebacker Vontaze Burfict controversial penalty. Peter Chaladuzab is now 5:11 on this Tuesday evening, and it is time now for Dragon Trend Report. Let's start off out in the MBTA, where Green Line Seabridge Pearson mounted eastbound delays to the early disabled train at Kenmore. Red Line Pearson mounted delays to the medical emergency at downtown crossing. Red Line Braintree Branch will experience mounted delays Tuesday due to early weekend track work. And on the commuter rail, Fitchburg train 420 to 4:13 p.m. inbound is assistant disabled train 420 into Boston was operated 20-30 minutes beyond schedule. Fitchburg train 417 and 4:30 p.m. outbound one as local and expected to operate 5-15 minutes late between North Station and Fitchburg. Fitchburg train 493 3:59 p.m. outbound is canceled today. Passengers should take train 417 4:30 p.m. from North Station. Fitchburg line train 494 5:15 p.m. inbound is canceled today. Passengers should take train 424 Double Depot Littleton 495 at 5:57 p.m. Fitchburg train 423 p.m. inbound is canceled due to mechanical issue. Next inbound train is expected to depart Fitchburg at 4:13 p.m. Worcester trains may experience 5-20-minute delays between Worcester and Boston due to heat at let space set out for specific trains as needed. Franklin trains may experience 5-20-minute delays between Boston and Forge Park due to heat restrictions. Havel train 295 6:05 p.m. outbound is canceled today. Passengers should take 219 6:25 p.m. from North Station. Havel line train 296 is canceled today. Passengers should take MBTA. Local buses 136 to 137 to get from Redden Street to Malden Street. And on the ferries, they are looking good. And now look at the highways, where highways and byways of New York City are slow go. Down in Connecticut, 95 on the southbound side is backed up from Greenwich to Stamford. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from Stamford all the way out to Bridgeport, Connecticut. 25 and 8 on the northbound side, so between Bridgeport and 95 and 15. Route 8 on the northbound side, also northeast of Bridgeport, Connecticut. 95 on both ends, also of the New Haven stretch. 95 on the northbound side, also after New Haven. 91 on the southbound side is backed up before 95 in New Haven. I-84 both ends, also after Route 8 in Waterbury, Connecticut. And I-84 eastbound side is backed up between Danbury and Newtown. 91 on both ends, and also from I-84 to Route 2 in Hartford. 91 on the southbound side is backed up from Winslow Street to downtown Hartford. I-84 on westbound eastbound side, also after Route 91 in downtown Hartford. I-84 eastbound side is backed up from 91 to 291 in East Hartford, Connecticut. 395, looking good from New London down to Worcester. Atten, Rhode Island, 295 on the southbound side is backed up from Providence, from Johnson all the way up to Warwick. 95 on both ends, also from Crenton all the way up to downtown Providence. 95 backed up all the way down to Pawtucket. 146 on the southbound side, so from 15 to 95. 146 on both ends, it is slow after 295 in Lincoln, Rhode Island. 195 on the southbound side, also from 185 to Route 6. 185 on the southbound side is backed up around the New Bedford Route 140 and 195 westbound side. 95 on the southbound side is backed up from 128 in Kenton all the way up to 295 in Ann Arbor. 24 stop and go from 128 in Kenton all the way up to 44 in Raynham. 45 on the southbound side, it is backed up after 24 in Raynham. Route 3 on the southbound side, also the Mush Route and Hidden again after Route 44 in Plymouth. 120 on the southbound side is backed up from Needham all the way to Braintree. 120 both ends of the slope from 24 in Randolph to the Braintree split. Route 3 to the southbound side is backed up from the split to 18 in Weymouth. 7 to 12 both ends of the slope from the Pike all the way out to Braintree. 93 both ends downtown Boston to Sogo. 93 northbound side is backed up all the way from Boston all the way out to Medford. 128 on the southbound side is sold from Route 3 in Burlington all the way to Route 9 in Walsley. Route 3 in the north. 128 on the northbound side is backed up from Waltham and then hit breaks again from Route 3 in Burlington all the way up in the Linfield and 120 southbound side is back to from Salem all the way out to Route 93 in Reddit. Route 1 in the northbound side is back to 93 in Boston all the way up in the Revere. Mass back on the eastbound side of Subgo from Newton and Hillbreast and Austin Bratton tolls all the way out to the Logan Airport of Boston. Mass back westbound side is backed up from the Austin Bratton tolls all the way up to Route 9 in Framingham. Route 190 on the northbound side is backed up for the Leominster stretch. 290 on the westbound side, Lowell Run. Route 9, 91 on the southbound side, Lowell Run, northbound stretch. 91 on the northbound side is backed up from 57 to 291 in Springfield and 57 in the eastbound side, Lowell Run. I-91 in Agawam, out in Albany. New York State Ferry is backed up between I-87 in Albany and at the Schenectady. I-80 to the westbound side of this, so after I-90 New York State Ferry up in Schenectady. 93 to the southbound side is backed up for the Concord, New Hampshire stretch and then hit breaks again after 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire. 495 on both ends of this, slow from Route 3 in Lowell all the way up in the Lawrence, and 495 northbound is backed up towards Haverhill. Route 3 on the northbound side, so from 120 in Burlington all the way up in Lowell. 93 in the northbound side is backed up from 495 to 213 in the Lawrence stretch. Route 101 in its subgo between Exeter and 101 westbound side is backed up after 95 in Portsmouth. Spalding Turnpike on the northbound side, also after Route 95 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I-93 in the southbound side is backed up between Concord, New Hampshire and on I-89. 295 on the eastbound side, northbound side is backed up to Portland stretch after the main turnpike. Route 1 on the southbound side, also Brunswick, Maine. And 91 on the southbound side, 89 southbound slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. And on Route 15, it's slow on the northbound side after the New York State border up in southern Quebec headed towards Montreal. Peter Cello News on 517 on this beautiful Tuesday evening, and it is time now for a weather report. And it was a hot one, but it was a dry heat variety, not the wet heat variety. It was low humidity, but it was still a typical hot day. And elevated fire weather potential today was a dry weather expected today, and with a minimum relative humidity falls near 30%. In addition, west winds will be gusts around 20 miles an hour around midday in the afternoon. These factors combined with lack of recent winds, widespread rainfall will create an elevated fire weather potential in two sections of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, most coast got about 62 degrees, north winds wind about 6 miles an hour. For Wednesday, says got about 90 degrees, light with variable wind. When tonight, most coast got about 60 degrees, up about 3 to 8 miles an hour. For Thursday, most says got about a high at 95 degrees, covered in southwest about 6 miles an hour after Thursday. Church shots, storms. May after 3 a.m. Most gusts got low about 69 degrees. The just put about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Church to 30%. Friday, church showers and thunderstorms before 8 a.m. The church showers between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. The night church showers and thunderstorms after 10 a.m. Most gusts got about 85 degrees. Church is 50%. Friday night, church showers between 9 p.m. The showers likely possibly a thunderstorm between 9 p.m. About 1 a.m. The church showers to 1 a.m. Clouds got about 6 degrees. And church 6% for Saturday at 30%. Church showers before 1 p.m. Parts of the most gusts got about 81, about 65 degrees. Church 30%. Sunday, 30% church showers. Parts of the most gusts got about 82, about 63 degrees. But Monday, parts of the most gusts got about 30% church showers. High about 83, about 63 degrees. And for Tuesday, most gusts got about 84 degrees. Currently here, not near is 90 degrees with a clouds on the horizon, and it's 43% humidity, and that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news. It is July 26, 2016 on Tuesday. Peter say have a good evening with good positive. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. Have a good evening.